Hi there everyone, I want to do another cat video here. I haven't done one for a while. And this one will be about having a cat and a pit bull and about resettling with your cat. And just, what am I trying to say? Well, when you move with a cat to a new place, it takes them a lot longer to adapt than what a dog would take. They take a good couple of weeks. We moved out to Texas from San Diego, not too sure why, but we're working on a long-term goal and we won't be here forever, so it'll be all right. Anyway, so we came out here and we had a really rough journey, and it was kind of hard on him, and so he slept for like 3 days. But after he got over that, it still took him a while to get used to this new home. And so basically what you want to do is, try to keep them in a room and put a lot of your stuff around them that they're familiar with, and they can smell it and know that, get a sense of home. And make sure they don't get outside, because they can get lost. If they go out there and they kind of freak out and run away, down the street, and then they get turned around and get lost. It takes them a while to get a sense of where they are. So, you do that and they should be fine. But be patient with them, give them a lot of love, give them a lot of attention. Because when you're in a new place and you leave, they start freaking out and wondering where you are. So, just make them feel good. And then, so now we're at a place where there's a pit bull. Now, I do not recommend this ever. If you have cats with big dogs, and I don't care what all the experts say and all the videos about how, oh, my pit bull's so wonderful and loving, or my big, huge, gnarly German Shepherd loves cats and this and that. The problem is they're dogs, and just like Chihuahuas, they snap. And if this one snaps, this one's dead. If that one gets its jaws around his body, there's no, you're not getting him out. He's dead. So most of the time they're separated. He lives in a room over there with the fence, behind the fence. But I let him out, and when I let him out, I stay in between them. Now there's a trick, and you can get, and trust me, it's not easy, man. You gotta really, really stay vigilant. I can't take my eyes off them for a second, because either one of them will get triggered or chase something, and cats just decide to take off and run and roll around, in an instant. They'll go from sleeping to jumping up and flipping around. And if he does that, that triggers her. Most of the time, she just thinks it's playing, but if she goes to play with him, see, like she just went to chase the sea monster in the pool. Had he reacted, she could have reacted badly. Especially if she comes at him and he gets scared and swats her. It's over, man. I mean, there's no saving him. So what you got to do if you're in this situation, and they are, say, back here with you both, you don't want to get too much distance in between you and both of them. For example, like I'm right here with the cat, or I need to be over there with Pearl, the killer pit bull. Now, if I was in between them, you don't want to be in the middle. Like if she's over there and at the far side of the yard, and he's over here. I've gotten into trouble before where I was walking towards her, or towards him, and I got in the middle, and then all of a sudden I realized she could get around me, and every time I started backing up to get to him, she started moving forward. So, and I couldn't go forward either, because she could very easily run around me, because there was space on my left and on my right. So I learned that mistake real quick. So typically I try to stay right next to him, so that if I see her acting up, I can pick him up and put him on my shoulders and walk away in peace. and harmony. So that's what you got to do. Like I said, unless you want to be hyper vigilant like I am and not take your eyes off of them, just don't do it. Don't get a pit bull and a cat. Don't put them together. We're only doing this because it was a necessity, but like I said, normally they're totally separated, and I only put them together when I'm watchful over them. And they get along. Like, he really likes her. He's the first animal that I've ever seen him get along with. But that's just nature. Like, that mutt, even if it doesn't mean any harm, its jaws are so powerful that it's over, man. So just don't do it. All right. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Short, easy video. And I'll leave it at that. Bye now.